new tech.
Hi guys, this is Andy with Check New Tech, and today I want to talk about a Dell laptop that would fit your mid-budget users, even on the low-budget side. This is the Inspiron 15. It's the 5570 5000 series, model 5570. I think this is intriguing because it has a lot of bells and whistles that you probably won't get with the sub $500 range laptops. Costco sells this for $470. With instant rebates, you could probably even get it cheaper during the holidays. But I find this to be intriguing because it has an 8th generation i3 processor. So even though the i3s are on the lower end, you could get an i5, i7, this is the 8th generation, so it's 3 point something gigahertz. That's pretty cool. It has 12, you heard me right, 12 gigabytes of DDR4 memory. That's a lot of memory for a laptop. I know people advertise 4 gigabytes with 16 gigs Optane memory, but 12 gigs DDR is a ton of memory. Most of them have 8 gigs, especially, and they cost almost twice as much. This has a terabyte hard drive. It has a touchscreen display, and it has the CD, DVD burner drive, as well as a backlit keyboard. So a lot of bells and whistles right out of the box. You don't have to customize this on Dell.com. You don't have to pay $800 for these things. You get this right out of the box. So it intrigued me. So what is this 15-inch powerhouse doing on the shelves of Costco? I don't know, guys. Let's unbox it and find out. Alright, so got to be a little bit careful with these cuts here. But anyway, I found this to be pretty neat because I want to find out if this is a really good laptop for your needs, or if it's just, some sort of crappy laptop with a lot of bloatware that's going to be too slow for most people, or if it'll actually fit the needs of most people out there. I know most of you use internet and use a little bit of word processing. I would say, Chrome has defined the users to be 90% internet users and about 10% productivity. But here we're going to unbox this and find out whether this would be a good laptop for you. I specifically don't like Chromebooks because you could mainly use it when you're on the internet. Offline, it's not really useful. So if you're traveling and other things like that, you may actually want a full-scale laptop, especially with a larger hard drive to watch movies and other things. When you have those solid-state drives, especially in those cheaper laptops, they run out of space so quickly, and you basically can't do anything with them. So, especially when you're not connected to the internet. You could do things with them, but most of it's on internet. So sometimes you actually just need like word processing software, you need DVD software, you just want to use it for entertainment, you want to use it on the go, you might want to use it for programming, other things like that. So let's find out whether this is a good laptop or not. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and, in the box is now empty, as I took everything out. You get your quick start guide, you get your warranty information. Also, because it's from Costco, you get these extended warranties. I think you get an additional 2 years on top of the manufacturer's year. You've got your power brick, and you've got your charger. So very standard, no frills. You don't get anything more, anything less than your standard charger. And here's a laptop. It doesn't feel light. It is a 15.6-inch display, so I wasn't expecting it to be a very light laptop. So if you're looking for the lightest model, this is probably not for you at all because it's definitely not lightweight. I can tell you that. You'd have to get something 14 inches or smaller to be lightweight. But okay, looking at the laptop, this is actually considered the blue, and this looks like anything but blue. I don't know, I'm looking at it in really bright light that's in my face from this camera, but that's definitely not blue in my opinion. So that's one small negative there. It's got your power port, it's got your HDMI, you've got USB ports. I believe they're all 3.0. One might be 2.0. You've got your SD card reader on the other side. You've got your DVD drive here. And then let's go ahead and open this up. And hello, that is a big screen. I work on a lot of 14-inch screens with my laptop, so that just looks big. I can't imagine having a 17-inch screen because I think that would be way too heavy for me. But overall, this looks pretty solid for a laptop. Looks durable. Screen looks pretty neat. It's got the webcam on there. Obviously, you're expecting those things. The mouse pad looks huge. So, and it has a separate numeric keypad and the keyboard. So, overall, this looks like a decent laptop. Let's go ahead, plug it in, power it on, and see how the setup goes with this. I have a feeling that with Dell or even HP or any laptop you're going to buy, they're going to put a decent amount of bloatware on it. So just keep in mind to get really the idea of how well it performs. You may want to uninstall a lot of that. So we're going to go ahead and take a break for a second while I get this charged up, and I'm going to go ahead and power it on. Alright guys, I am ready to power this laptop on and let the beast unload. Alright, it took a little bit longer than I thought. I don't even know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe it's the first time setup. I just assumed that might take a little bit longer. But it's cool. I like that backlit keyboard. I think that's a neat feature to have. I wanted to show you guys in the dark what it looks like. I think that's really cool, especially when you're traveling. Imagine being on a plane and you're just able to take your laptop and view whatever you're typing in the night without having to worry about disturbing other people or turning your lights on. So that's cool. We're going to go through the setup. This is running Windows 10. So it's definitely not a solid state drive, just in case you're wondering. This is a 1 terabyte hard drive, so it's a 5400. It's going to be a slower hard drive. So things might take a little bit longer to actually run on this. Even though it has the 12 gigs of DDR4 memory, it may actually be a bit slower than we'd like. So we're going to go ahead and wait for things to get going. I just wanted to show you exactly how long it takes the first time to even get to the setup screen. And like I said, since this is coming straight out of the factory, it's probably going to be a little longer, but don't expect the boot time to be like this, because if that were the boot time, then no one would buy any laptops. And you know, i3s are on the lower end of the i series, but you know, it's an 8th generation, so keep that in mind. Plus, it's not like a Pentium M or something like that, so it's definitely not a Celeron, so you don't have to worry about it being that slow. But yeah, the initial setup always takes a little while. So we're just getting to this screen that says, just a moment here. Oh, look at that. And I've probably been talking for the last, 2.5 minutes, so we're going to get it set up. Even without uninstalling bloatware, I want to show you guys how fast it boots after setup. So I'm probably going to go through the account creation, the Wi-Fi, all that fun stuff here. And then we're going to do an actual video to show you how long it takes to boot this computer. So far, this setup is taking longer than I would have thought. It should actually get to the screen by now. I don't know if that's just Dell putting their software in or something else, but kind of disappointed as of now. I mean, it just got to the Windows setup. I mean, it could be, like I said, a newer revision of Windows,
and I'm here to
but we're going to go through this fun setup.
Sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all
I'm really not going to bore you with all this, so
you can use your voice or the keyboard along the way.
Yeah.
And if you'd like me to
we'll go ahead and pause
you
here.
can just mute your PC.
Alright guys, I've officially finished installing the updates and setting this up, so I'm going to show you from boot how long it takes to start this computer up. So hopefully it's not that long. This is the first time I'm starting it up after I've gone through the setup. I know the first time was kind of painful, so it's been about 20 seconds now, and it's going to the Windows screen, so that's hope for us. that this i3 is really an i3 8th generation processor. Now we're at about 30 seconds. Hopefully I get the startup screen pretty soon. I don't think it's installing any updates. Let's hope that's not the case. I know it's been a bit painfully slow to initially start this up, so now we're coming on about 50 seconds here. Still not very optimal, but like I said, I'm hopeful this is going to go through fairly quickly. I still don't see the startup screen. Alright guys, over a minute here. I could say that I'm already thoroughly disappointed. I would have put up with about 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds max, but man, if I have to wait, we're at a minute and 20 seconds now, and I still don't see any startup screen. Finally guys, alright, so that was, we're at almost a minute and a half here to start this up. That's ridiculous. I was not expecting that. Yeah guys, a minute 30, very disappointed. Either there's a ton of bloatware that's loading, or you know, they just didn't do a good job, or still updating in the background. Either way, I'm just not happy with that. You know, for an 8th generation i3 12 gigs of RAM, you know, it should have been better with boot time. I wasn't expecting SSD type of boot time, but I could see that there's a ton of bloatware already in here. Stuff that I'm going to have to uninstall. Tons of Dell stuff. That's not surprising. Looks like they put Microsoft Office on here, but it's not activated. Probably have to get a subscription to that if you want that. But beyond that, some Power Media stuff. Like I said, it does have the DVD drive right here. Let's see if I could push that button and show you this tray here. There it is. Yep, it does have this DVD CD drive. It's not a Blu-ray player, so don't get your hopes up, guys. It didn't cost that much money, but like I said, yeah, you have some bloatware, but not a ton. Again, it shouldn't have started up this slow. Maybe it'll get better with time. I might post some updates in the comments section if I notice anything drastically different. But like I said, overall, this was just not what I was expecting for this type of computer. Yeah, it's just a DVD-RW drive. Again, not a Blu-ray drive either. It is a touchscreen, so that's pretty cool. It's supposed to have a decent screen resolution. Colors are pretty bright. Backlit keyboard, but yeah. Again, some of the bells and whistles in the box were more appealing than what I actually experienced. So I'm going to give you a quick summary on this laptop and wrap things up. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and summarize this laptop fairly quickly because it had a lot of bells and whistles. It still does, but I feel like it's more of a gimmick than anything. The i3 is an 8th generation, but it's slow as heck. I mean, after I went ahead and booted everything, it took over a minute and a half to boot. I get less than 10 seconds boot time with my current laptop, so overall I'm not that impressed with this. I would say the 12 gigs of RAM sounds appealing, but doesn't do much for the speed. It's got a 5400 hard drive, so that's going to be slow. Startup times are slow. Application load times are very slow. The only thing that loads fast is start menu, and what could you do with that? So overall, I probably wouldn't recommend this if you're looking to do something outside of just basic web browsing and email. If you need to do programming or graphic design or anything that is system heavy, this probably wouldn't be a good laptop for you. There's a lot of gimmicks on here, like the backlit keyboard, the big screen, the numeric keypad. Outside of that, not very impressive. If you could spend maybe a couple $100 more and get something better. So that's my review on the 5570. I'm going to shut it down. Thanks for watching. This is Andy Tech signing off.
Check new tech.